My concern about the internet is quality control. So, I have a lot of individual patients who come in and they've read through the internet, they've done Google searches, and they come back more confused and concerned than they need to be. And it's because they've read policed, if you will, sites. So we have to be careful. Now, if the support groups actually produce those sites and they are under the auspices of a national or a provincial organization, and so individuals know that there's good quality control and the information they're getting is current and correct, unbiased, those sites, I think, have great value.
There are, I guess, 3 really good things about them. One is some of the members are honest-to-God experts about prostate cancer. They've been counseling men for a decade. They have written white papers for us too. They know the ins and outs of what's going on. Second thing is that the group is big. There are maybe 50 people who show up to meetings in Vancouver. There are 450 who read the posts on the Yahoo Prostate Cancer Support Group. And pretty well, whenever somebody says, "This happened to me, what's going on?" somebody will come back and say, "Yeah, I've also had that experience. Here's how it started, here's how it's ended, here's how I'm dealing with it." So the depth of the online groups is substantial. And the third thing is they're anonymous. And that lets people ask questions that are very hard to ask in a face-to-face setting.
I've seen women post and say, you see, the women will express the more emotional part of the problem as opposed to the sexual part, the mechanical part, okay? And a woman will write in and say, "He won't talk to me. He won't touch me. He won't kiss me. We have dinner and he disappears." One husband was a musician. He'll go into his studio and he'll play his music and that's the last I see of him. I can't stand this anymore. And these are the things they'll say online, but they'll never say in person.
Men these days seem to be much better informed than they were 10 and certainly 20 years ago. The internet's had a lot to do with that, and the support groups have also helped. I think there's a need for dialogue because getting information from a book or from the internet is a one-way transfer of information, and to learn, I think you need to then bounce the ideas back off somebody else and learn from their experiences. So the support group, I think, it could be helpful in that regard.
We're very fortunate to live in a world where telecommunication and other new ways of communicating actually can link people together even if they're not in the same room. So from my perspective, one of the most exciting advances is looking at using telecommunication, whether it's internet-based, smartphone-based, any of Facebook-based. Those kinds of networks are out there and can bring people together. So I think they really offer an opportunity to provide support, provide sharing of information in ways that potentially can benefit many individuals.